.com and get $10 off when you book today. Offer valid at participating spots. Terms and conditions apply. Hand and Stone. Expert care for every season. It's the playoffs. Knicks fans get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome to the Sun Cruiser Knicks post-game show. Now here's Pat O'Keefe.
3 dribbles. 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead. 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes his 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fans. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
They have done it. A call that will live forever for a team that will live in New York City forever. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions here in San Antonio. A 94-90 win. What else is new? In come-from-behind fashion. And now we are moments away from a ceremony that many Knicks fans felt may never come during their lifetimes. The Knicks are about to accept the Larry O'Brien Trophy as the champions of the National Basketball Association. Pat O'Keefe with you at Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. And this is the Knicks post-game show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks, who are on the podium right now at center court as the NBA crew sets up its post-game trophy presentation. All of the blue and orange-clad Knicks fans have made their way floor level, surrounding the court. And I've got to tell you, with only Knicks fans still here, this place is about halfway full. One of the delays, OG Anunoby, one of the last players to go up on the podium. He's now up there to chants of OG, OG from the fans and from his teammates. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is on the podium. The great Walt Clyde Frazier, who up until tonight, a playing member of the only 2 championship teams in the history of this franchise. But make no mistake about it, Walt Clyde Frazier is still a very big part of now this championship franchise. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions. Jose Alvarado towards the back of the podium, firing up the Knicks fans that are behind the Knicks. Patrick Ewing is up on the riser. Knicks owner James Dolan brings a championship to New York City, to this franchise, to this fan base. Such a long time coming. and such a long time coming today. The Knicks trailed by 10 points at the end of the first quarter. They trailed by 5 points at halftime. They trailed by 7 at the end of the third quarter. And with about 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, this was a 10-point ball game. And once again, as they have done these entire NBA Finals, the Knicks come from behind to win Game 5 to capture the NBA championship. Let's turn it over to the PA announcer who will hand it to ABC's Ernie Johnson as the master of ceremony.
Basketball fan. Man, we just saw something pretty special, didn't we? And I know it is trophy time, but before that, can we acknowledge the great season and the great playoff run by the Western Conference champions, the San Antonio Spurs? But now it's all about these guys. And to present the Larry O'Brien Trophy to the 2026 NBA champions, here's NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
"53 years. The wait is over. To Jim Dolan, Leon Rose, William Wesley, Coach Brown, and this incredible team, congratulations. You're the 2026 NBA champions."
Jim, number one, congratulations to you. Back in January, you were saying, you know what? I think we should get to the finals, and I think we should win the finals. What did you see in this team in January that thought that you're going to be standing here on this night?
I saw a team. We were a team. We've been a team the whole time. But I want to say something to New York. Hey, New York, I'm sorry it took so long, but here we are, and hopefully it won't take that long again. Yeah!
Congratulations. Hey, Leon Rose, how much satisfaction do you get? How much satisfaction do you get out of seeing a team you pieced together bring it to this point?
It's really, there aren't really words you can put into what these guys have done, the character that they have, the fight they have, the grit they have, to never say die. That is incredible. Incredible, the run that they've been on.
You know, the guy behind you right here, Karl Anthony Towns, has said, you have instilled a family atmosphere. How did you do that?
Just by caring about each other. Just by caring about each other and making sure that we all look out for one another, have each other's back, sacrifice, and do it for the better good.
Well done. Congratulations on a championship. Can I get the captain up here? Jalen? Hey, soak it in. For sure. You know how many Knicks have scored 40 in a finals game? One. We're looking at him.
I was going to guess Rick Brunson, but probably not.
Hey, look, where does this knack for the comeback come from? What is it about this unit that allows you to do that time and time again?
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like the game for us starts 30 minutes later than it's supposed to. We didn't show up at 8:30. We showed up at 9 o'clock.
Can you express this with half of the city of New York here?
No.
I have a feeling I'm going to be talking to you again in just a second because it's, where's the commissioner again? Are you here, Adam? The MVP, the Bill Russell Finals MVP trophy.
I wonder who it is.
The 2026 NBA Finals MVP is the captain, Jalen Brunson. All right. Could I get your dad up here with you for this portion of the broadcast, please? Rick, how you doing? Congrats. For anybody who's a fan of father-son moments, doesn't get much better than this.
This is crazy. Couldn't imagine this, but we're excited as a family, as a team. It's just great, man. I have no words. I'm just so excited.
You grew up watching this guy. You learned a lot about the game from this man. What does it feel like to stand next to him holding that trophy and the Knicks having this trophy, Jalen?
It's everything we dreamed of. That's why I came to New York.
You know what? I congratulate you, man. It's awesome to see. And Dad, happy for you too, as well. Mike Brown, can we get the head coach up here? Hey, Mike, you've been here before. You've been to the finals before. It was many years ago. But I'm thinking you prefer this outcome a little bit more.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? We got some dogs on this team, baby. New York City is full of dogs, and we came to get it. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Way to put me in the most uncomfortable position of all time. Hey, look, there have been 359 coaches in the history of the NBA. 38 of them know what it feels like to win a championship. You're number 39, so tell me how it does feel.
Man, it's amazing. It's surreal. I still can't believe it's happened. I'd like to thank Mr. Dolan, Leon Rose, my entire staff, man. My entire staff was phenomenal. All the players. Just as importantly, I'd like to thank all the fans in New York because you guys are freaking great, man. You make this thing so real. You're unbelievable.
Mike, thank you. Congratulations to you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
I would love OG Anunoby to step forward if you would. Look, you know, I'll wait. In 2019, you won a ring with the Toronto Raptors. You did not play in that series because of the appendicitis. And now you play such a huge role, and nobody in this joint will forget what happened in Game 4. How special is it to be a big part of a championship team?
It's very special, you know. It's what we've been working for the whole season. This is our dream, you know. It was our goal, and we did it.
Congratulations to you. I would love to get... Hey, Josh, can you come up? Josh and Mikal Bridges together, please. Oh, okay, here we go. Look, can you tell me, can you put into words, look, you guys teamed up, these Nova Knicks, for a national championship. when you combine for an NBA championship now, how does that feel?
Man, that's an amazing feeling, man. First and foremost, glory to God, man. He's why we're here. He's why we played. But, man, it's an amazing feeling. Hey, man, forget them picks. Forget them picks, dog. We here. We here. We here. My brother.
Mikel, same thing to you. That is such a special relationship the three of you guys have. And to finally achieve that and win that championship, put it into words for me.
Yeah, it's great. You know, I call these two my brothers ever since, I've been with them, at Villanova. But it's great to call all these other guys my brothers too, man. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So I'm proud of everybody. Just very grateful.
And lastly, we will talk to another starter for the New York Knicks. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Come on up here, Ken. Carl, I know that, look, you have there's been divine inspiration in the course of this playoff run for you. Can you put that into words for me?
You work your whole life for this moment. Throughout my career, I've seen myself fall down. People tell me to stay down, and I got back up. Even when I was in the mud, and I kept putting my left foot in front of my right foot. I kept trusting God. I kept trusting my faith. I kept trusting the work. And at the end of the day, like this team has always said since the beginning, it is written. This was written for New York, and we went and got it done today. And it's because of all the brothers here, because of the fans. It's because of all y'all. And I appreciate everyone, but y'all heard my story. Y'all know my story, and I just want to say, thank you, Mama. I appreciate you getting me one.
Hey, congratulations. I'm happy for you, man. Folks, you can let them hear it again. These are your 2026 NBA champions, the New York Knicks.
What a night as the Let's Go Knicks chants continue, and they will continue deep into the night here in San Antonio, Texas, where the Knicks are at long last champions of the NBA. The trophy presentation, the Larry O'Brien trophy, the Bill Russell MVP trophy, that portion of the evening is over, but this celebration this evening is going to last a long time into the night as the Knicks are the 2026 NBA champions. We have plenty more coming up from San Antonio on a special night, on an historic night, on the Knicks postgame show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra revenue for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. You'll gain extra revenue, increase exposure for your business, and connect with your neighbors. Plus, it's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. If you're interested in learning more, visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with zero preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing, which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
Welcome back to the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. And Knicks fans, the action doesn't stop when the buzzer sounds. Catch ESPN New York on YouTube for all the New York sports talk you love. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Subscribe now and stay locked in. ESPN New York on YouTube. And Knicks fans who will be partying through the night, we've got you covered throughout the night. After the postgame show wraps up, Dan Grass is going to take you until 2 a.m. And then after that, Jake Asman from 2 a.m. until 6 a.m. All for you here on ESPN New York throughout the night to talk about this historic team, this historic run, and this historic championship game as the Knicks win Game 5 of the NBA Finals 94-90, and they take the series 4-1. Let's get to your highlights before we get back for some more post-game reaction. As we mentioned earlier, the Knicks found themselves behind after every quarter except the final quarter. The first quarter, San Antonio came out with such a strong defensive presence, held the Knicks to 13 points after the first 12 minutes. Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby accounted for all 13 of the Knicks' points in the first quarter as they trailed 23-13. They continued struggling offensively until about the 4-minute mark of the second, when a late surge from Brunson and Mikal Bridges, along with a 3-point play from Josh Hart, pulled the Knicks to within 5 at halftime. The third quarter was a roller coaster. The Knicks fell behind by 15 points, but then by the end of the quarter, they battled back to get within 7 and stay within striking distance entering the final quarter, and that is, once again, where they made their move. Knicks were down 7 entering the fourth. The Spurs lead had been pushed to 10. Jalen Brunson was on the bench for the first 3.5 minutes of the fourth quarter, trying to get as much rest as he could. He had worked so hard all series. He had worked so hard all evening, trying to get as fresh as possible for the stretch run of this game. But before that, a huge three-pointer from Josh Hart.
Alvarado slipping inside, kicked it to the corner for Bridges, and Josh Hart will have to take a right wing three. He nailed it. Big answer from Josh Hart. It's right back to a 7-point game.
It was a 10-point game before that. Hart got them to within 7. When Brunson came back in, the Knicks were down 9. It was 80-71, and almost instantaneously, smelling blood in the water, the Knicks captain went to work.
Brunson hesitates, drives on the left side lane, and banks in a lefty layup. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. Here come the New York Knicks. They're down by 6 with 7:14 to go in the fourth quarter.
A 6-point game, plenty of time left, and as has been the theme throughout the series, you could tell that the Spurs had a sense of, whoops, here they come again. And the Knicks certainly did continue to come.
It is crunch time again for the 5th time in 5 games in the finals. Brunson down the lane, lefty layup, ties the game. It's the first 40-point night in the finals in Knicks franchise history. 83-83. From 16 down, they've knotted it up.
And it was all Jalen Brunson, just an incredible run. He hit 2 free throws to make it 83-75. Then he scored to make it 83-77, scored again inside to make it 83-79, and then a couple more free throws to make it 83-81, and then that layup to tie the score at 83 with 4:48 to go. On the other end, though, Devin Vassell answered with a 17-foot pull-up jumper, so the Knicks still had not taken the lead, but with 3.5 minutes to play, for the third time in this game, Brunson got the defender to leave his feet while attempting a three-pointer and went to the line for 3 shots. He knocked down all 3 of them, and the Knicks finally had their first lead of the second half, 86-85, with 3:40 to go in the game. On the other end, the Knicks kept coming up with stops. They really had a chance to put the game away. Their offense slowed down as well as this game ground to a halt as the defenses picked things up. OG Anunoby had a drive to the basket looking to give the Knicks some breathing room.
Every shot the rest of the way could save the season for San Antonio or win the championship for New York. Brunson foul line floater. He got it! Speeding to the middle of the paint. He drained it with 66 seconds to go, and the Knicks lead by 2.
90-88. Brunson with that final field goal to give the Knicks a 2-point lead entering the final minute of the game. The final minute a bit anticlimactic as the Spurs continue to foul the Knicks, trying to elongate the game. Knicks obliged by missing 4 free throws over the last minute plus, but in the end, they had built up too big of a cushion, and that brings us to the timeless moment of the game. Let's call it the timeless moment of the season, brought to you by London Jewelers.
3 dribbles. 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes his 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fans. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
A moment that will live forever in New York City for Knicks fans there and far beyond. That was the timeless moment of the game, brought to you by London Jewelers. Every unforgettable moment deserves to shine. London Jewelers, proudly celebrating 100 years of excellence and timeless craftsmanship. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
This is the Knicks post-game show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. Plenty more to come from San Antonio as the celebration continues. The Knicks are the 2026 champions of the NBA. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Wild Turkey Bourbon Master Distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Pat O'Keefe back with you on the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. The celebration continues. The Larry O'Brien Trophy being passed around. I'm looking down on the court. Our very own Monica McNutt is taking photos of Knicks assistant coaches with their families holding the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Actually, at the moment, Monica is on the podium herself holding the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And now she's posing for pictures with, I can't tell who's in front of her, but what a scene it is down there on the floor. That may be Ariel Hukporti taking a selfie with the Larry O'Brien Trophy and Monica McNutt. Either way, it's coming back to New York as the Knicks are NBA champions. 94-90 is the final score. And of course, we always have so many people to thank at the end of each and every season. We've never had an end of the season quite like this one that ends with the Knicks as the last team standing. We'll start with, of course, our Knicks play-by-play team led by Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt, Wally Zerbiak, Alan Hahn, Tykera Carter, Steve Novak, Dan Grassa, our terrific statisticians Tyler Freed, Doug Mittler, of course, our executive producer for every New York Knicks radio broadcast and every New York Rangers radio broadcast, Ray Santiago, and the members of the Knicks PR team, led by Derek Lipinski, Mallory Quitter, Brittany Idowu, Kadir Morgan, and Joshua Delarme. Plenty more thank yous at the end of this terrific season still to come throughout the post-game show. We'll continue to go through this team. We'll continue to go through this clinching game here in San Antonio, and we'll do that by getting to the thriving player brought to you by ThriveWell Infusion. And of course it is the NBA Finals most valuable player, Jalen Brunson, who in the first half when the Knicks were struggling offensively, Jalen Brunson was carrying the Knicks offense for large portions of the first half. He had 16 points at the break, but that was nothing compared to what he did in the second half, when he had 29 of his game-high 45 points. Jalen Brunson becoming the first Knicks player to ever score 40 points in an NBA Finals game. When Jalen Brunson signed as a free agent in 2022, it was thought to be a significant upgrade at point guard for the Knicks. It was also thought to be something of an overpay for a player who, at his size, had never led a team to an NBA championship as the leading man. That is no longer the case. He has been questioned for 4 years in New York whether or not he was good enough, big enough, tall enough, athletic enough to lead a team to an NBA championship, and he just answered every single doubter with this masterpiece tonight. 45 points in 41 minutes. And for the final time this season, Jalen Brunson was your thriving player. Brought to you by ThriveWell Infusion, New York's premier infusion and injection center. Saving lives drip by drip. We'll continue with some more thank yous of all those who put in so much hard work for our Knicks radio broadcasts this season. The MSG Network's operations team led by Kevin Meininger, Ryan Watson, Larry Torres, Sean Ferguson, Joanne Esposito, Jillian Lewandowski, Daniel Williams, and Justin Joseph, along with Brandon Trina and Henry Chen. The Knicks are NBA champions. The court is still about 2/3 full. No one is leaving the playing area. This is a celebration unlike any that I have seen up close in all of my time as a New York sports fan and a member of the New York media. Our ESPN New York production team, led by our program director, John Winthrop, Mike Brownshire, Anthony Pusick, Jacob Perry, who is working the broadcast tonight, Tom Bauer and Harvey Cruz, who works so many of these late-night broadcasts, Joe Leo, who is working the broadcast tonight, Julian Kushnick, Ray Dinahan, Craig Karmazin, Steve Politanier, and Emily Dillinger, and the members of the Magic Radio production crew, led by Chris Majkowski, Gary Jeffries, Matt Shortis, Paul Schrager, Mike Caragliano, Dan Ginsberg, and Ed Stokes. So many thank yous to go around for just a wonderful season and all of the hard work that is put in to put these broadcasts on the air each and every night. And what a ride this particular season has been. Who would have thought at the beginning of the year, when the Knicks were the first team to gather for preseason training camp because they had the preseason games in Abu Dhabi, that the season would end up like this. This is the Knicks postgame show brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. We'll be back to wrap things up from San Antonio, but don't forget, after we finish our postgame coverage, Dan Grassa takes over, and he's with you until 2 a.m. right here on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app. And then from 2 to 6 a.m., you get Jake Asman. They're going to talk about it from every single conceivable angle. Why not? Because this is the biggest New York sports story that we have seen in I don't know how long. I'm Pat O'Keefe, and you're listening to New York Knicks basketball on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Summer's a gift of days that last a little longer, a brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. The specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4Kia for details. Always safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian delivers personalized spine care for every stage of your journey. From physical therapists to surgeons, our expert team works together to provide you with complete back and neck care, from diagnosis to treatment and recovery. With 15 locations across New York City and Westchester, get the expert spine care you need at Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine.
It's the playoffs. Knicks fans, get in on all the postseason action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and make every matchup mean more than ever with the best daily promotions in the business. Plus, enjoy thousands of casino games with BetMGM Casino in New Jersey. Download today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What a night here in San Antonio. Welcome back to the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks, the NBA champion New York Knicks. There will be a parade up the Canyon of Heroes. There will be a banner-raising night at Madison Square Garden in the fall. This is just the beginning, and it is also the end of a 53-year wait and a lifetime of waiting for so many fans and members of this most loyal fan base. 94-90 is the final score in Game 5. The Knicks win the NBA Finals 4-1, and Jalen Brunson, the NBA Finals MVP. You've been streaming Knicks pre- and post-game coverage during the playoffs. You could also get hours of on-demand content anywhere you go. Just download the Gotham Sports app. It's free with your MSG TV subscription. Sign in and start streaming today. We heard from Leon Rose during the trophy ceremony. We don't hear from him often, and it did start with Leon Rose accepting the job and being hired as the team president on March 2nd, 2020. And a lot of people don't remember when it happened because about a week later, COVID started, and the world changed for several years. But piece by piece, Leon Rose started to make over a team that the year before he got here was 17-65, followed by a 21-45 campaign leading into COVID. They were one of 8 teams in the NBA that wasn't even invited to the bubble in Orlando when the NBA season would resume in that summer. But piece by piece, starting with Julius Randle, who was already here, and then, of course, Jalen Brunson coming over as the big free agent signing, a shrewd under-the-radar trade for Josh Hart, and then a blockbuster trade on New Year's Eve 2023 for OG Anunoby, trading 2 very popular homegrown players in R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley to bring in OG Anunoby, who turned out to be the perfect piece for this team. And then a couple of more big swings. 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. How did that trade turn out? And then the blockbuster trade on the eve of training camp last season when the Knicks sent Randall and Dante DiVincenzo to the Minnesota Timberwolves in exchange for Karl Anthony Towns. And prior to this season, one more monster, if not surprising move, letting go of Tom Thibodeau, who had so much to do with changing the culture of this team, turning this team around, making them a winning franchise again, bringing them to the playoffs, in fact, bringing them to the conference finals last season for the first time since 2000. But the Knicks hierarchy thought they could do just a little bit better with a different voice, with a different approach. And they brought in Mike Brown, a veteran coach who has won everywhere he has been in the NBA, but had never won the big one. Well, that is no longer the case. Some ups and downs during the regular season, but in the end, Mike Brown turned out to be the perfect man with the perfect voice for this job. And now he joins the immortal Red Holzman as the only 2 men to lead the New York Knicks to an NBA championship as head coaches of our city's beloved NBA franchise. It has been a journey, and the journey is just getting started as far as the celebration goes. It'll go deep into the night tonight. It'll come back to New York, a parade, a summer of memories of OG Anunoby's tip and Jalen Brunson's second half in game number 5, and the blowouts to close out earlier postseason series on the road. 16-3 this Knicks team was during this postseason run. One of the most dominant postseason stretches in NBA history, and it finishes with them hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy. This has been the Knicks postgame show, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, proud partner of the New York Knicks. And that'll do it for tonight. Once again, the final score, the Knicks 94 and the Spurs 90. The Knicks win the NBA Finals 4-1, and the New York Knicks are your NBA champions. Tonight's game was a production of the Magic Radio Network. The coordinating producer is Ray Santiago, and our engineer is Dan Walters. Studio operations by Joe Leo and Jacob Perry, and the announcers heard on this broadcast are approved by and are employees of the MSG Radio Network, which is solely responsible for the broadcast's content. Well, don't forget to join us for our next broadcast when the Knicks return to Madison Square Garden in October to defend their NBA crown. Once again, the final score, the Knicks 94 and the Spurs 90. The Knicks are NBA champions. This is Pat O'Keefe for Tyler Murray for Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt, saying so long, have a great night, and enjoy this one, Knicks fans. You deserve it.
You've been listening to the Sun Cruiser Knicks postgame show on the Knicks Radio Network.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay Mobile Plus Home and bonus discount, enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply. Offer ends July 29th, 2026. Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
53 years in the making.
A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever.
The drought is over. The Knicks have their championship.
Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Everybody on? Good. Great. Grand. Wonderful.
The Dan Graca Show on ESPN starts now.
Start spreading the news. New York City. What is going on? 53 years. A lot of you never thought you would live to see the day. I, for one, never thought that I would be sitting here in my home uttering the words that I am about to utter. But you know what? Crazy times we live in, we might as well just say it anyway. The New York Knicks are 2026 NBA champions. Can you believe it? Even when you thought they were in good shape, even when they jumped out to a 2-0 lead in this series, even after the miracle win in game number 4 a few nights ago at Madison Square Garden, you still maybe had a shred of doubt, right? If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Bad things always seem to find this team over the course of half a century when it comes to trying to lock it down to win a championship. But not this team, not this group of players. And you know what? This has got to be as sweet a victory for any Knicks fan, for any New York sports fan, that you can possibly imagine with the way this team came together in the postseason. All the doubters, all the naysayers, everybody said that it couldn't be done. Well, guess what? It's done. And to borrow a term from the great Sam Rosen when the Rangers won in 1994, this one will last a lifetime, no doubt. How are we feeling, New York? I told you earlier this morning, which seems like it was 5 minutes ago, as a matter of fact, that we were going to do this show tonight, win or lose. And hopefully it was going to be after a victory. And hopefully we were going to be able to have a great celebration with this team being crowned NBA champs. And that's exactly what we get tonight. And you know what? Leave it to the Knicks to play pretty much a first half of a game which really resembled all the other first halves in this series, certainly the first quarter, because once again they came out lifeless, they came out a little sloppy, and give credit to the San Antonio Spurs, right? San Antonio came out, and I thought their defense was super impressive. They were stingy. They were all over every guy that touched the basketball for the New York Knickerbockers. They were like white on rice.
And the Knicks allowed that to get into their heads. The presence of Wembanyama in the paint. They allowed that to get in their heads, even when he wasn't in the game, because they became way too trigger-happy from three. Remember how long it took them to even make a bucket in the paint during this game tonight? And a lot of that having to do with Victor Wembanyama and his presence down there. But you know what? All this talk about Wemby, all this talk about the officiating, and you know what? There were some doozies again tonight. Make no mistake about it. But all these things that we spent the last couple of weeks talking about in this series that could play a big hand in deciding it, we don't have to talk about it anymore. That does not mean a darn thing from here on out. The series is now in the past. The present and the future are the New York Knicks, NBA champions for 2026. I still can't believe it. I don't know when I'm going to be able to allow this to sink in. And, you know, we've had some fun over the last few days, right? What this journey has been like. Everybody's memories as a Knicks fan, all the hard times. I'm fortunate enough to be part of the broadcast, you know, to some degree for the last 8 seasons. And, you know, those early years, they were rough. The Knicks were not very good. Just the thought of a championship. Heck, forget about a championship. That was a pipe dream. You would have taken just making the playoffs, just getting into the postseason, a 500 record. Like, those were the goals that were realistic for this team. When Jeff Hornacek was coaching, when David Fizdale was coaching, things like that. So now to be sitting here today as the kings of the basketball world, there's no words. It's tough to be able to come up with the words. And that's why I want to hear your words, like we said we were going to do tonight, at 800-919-3776. I'll be hanging out with you till 2 o'clock, and then when I'm done, my buddy Jake is going to carry you through the rest of the overnight up until 6 a.m. Then Rick and Dave are going to do a special show tomorrow morning from 6 to 9, and then Ty will take over after that at 9 and take you all the way up until noon. We are local, wire to wire, right here on ESPN New York, as we should be, because these nights don't happen very often. As you well know, the New York Knicks are champions of the basketball world. And I don't have to tell you how special this is. I don't have to tell you what this is going to mean to the fan base. And I'm sure that Knicks fans who are tried and true and have been there through the decades and through the generations and experienced all the hard times and experienced the close calls, you know, whether it was 94, when all you had to do was win one of those last 2 games in Houston to get that championship, and it just never happened. We all know why, right? 99, they caught fire, but ran into a buzzsaw on the San Antonio team, which was beginning their own dynasty. And then there was a lot of lean years over the next quarter century until certain moves were made. And, you know, we've talked about this for the last couple of weeks. You think about certain people that were responsible for this run, right, that made it all possible. And I want to shout out guys like Tom Thibodeau, who unfortunately not going to get a ring, but he was as instrumental in restoring some credibility to this franchise when they needed it at the absolute most. Think about how basic and as simple that seems, right? Credibility. Knicks didn't really have much. Guy came in and was all business and made them legitimate, a team that other clubs around the NBA should take seriously. And little by little, they became a team that became a perennial playoff participant and a team that last year was knocking on the door to the NBA Finals before bowing out in the conference finals. And unfortunately, like I said, he doesn't get technically the credit to be an NBA champion, but he had a big hand in this build. We all know that. The job Leon Rose did coming in here and building this team brick by brick. You know, taking pieces that we thought were going to be foundational ones for this team and then moving on from them, making difficult decisions. And then you think about the players that ultimately took a chance on this franchise when once upon a time, and it wasn't even that long ago, that was unpopular. The Knicks couldn't attract free agents. I mean, back in those days, you'd get calls from fans wondering, why can't we sign this guy? Why can't we attract free agents? Why can't we even get meetings with premier free agents? LeBron James going to come here? LeBron, KD, Kyrie, any of these guys going to want to play for the New York Knicks? No. But there was a 6'2" guard who decided to play for the New York Knicks. And I understand relationships played a big hand in it. I get it. But that was the defining moment. When Jalen Brunson put pen to paper from the Dallas Mavericks. And I don't want to hear Mark Cuban whining about it either, okay? Enough. What's done is done. But that is really and truly when this team became legit. And there were doubts, right? There were doubts. We didn't know if he indeed was going to be able to be a number one guy, a leader, somebody that was going to be able to take this franchise from the depths and get them to that next level, not to where they're going to be just a nice little basketball team. No, none of that. But to the point where you're talking about somebody that hopefully can lead this team to bigger and better things and one day be standing in the winner's circle like they are tonight. And the performance that he had out there this evening, well, let's face it, points were hard to come by tonight, right? That was a rock fight. It was ugly. And I give credit to San Antonio. I really and truly do. You know, they played a tough game tonight. As I said, defensively, they were outstanding tonight. And they made the Knicks work for every last inch. And Jalen Brunson was like the only guy that could put the ball in the basket. Knicks got like nothing from the bench tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, because of the foul trouble, essentially did not contribute much to this game. What did Jalen finish with tonight? Jalen finished with 45 points. The rest of the Knicks had 49. Just goes to show you what type of night it was. And he was every bit the MVP, the leader, the captain, and now the toast of New York freaking City that he was brought here to be. And it couldn't happen to a better guy. I'm delirious right now. I like I said, I've never experienced anything close to this. Anything close to it. Look, I got my hat on here if you're watching on the YouTube stream. The hats we got earlier in the week in the office. Go New York, go, with the little where am I? The ESPN New York on the side. See that? This party is going to last days, weeks, months, you name it. But we kick it off with you tonight, right here, right now. You know the phone number, 800-919-3776. I was hoping amongst hope that this was going to be a communal celebration. Tears are flowing for everybody. Smiles as wide as the island of Manhattan himself. And the New York Knicks are the kings of the basketball world. Dan Graca with you. We're rolling till 2 a.m. We hear from you next. The Knicks are NBA champs on ESPN New York.
3 years in the making.
A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever.
The drought is over. The Knicks have their championship.
Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Bigger facilities, faster lines, and more preservatives? While the world automated, Calandra stayed at the counter. At Calandra's Bakery, they stick to the basics. Real people, real ingredients, and real messy counters. Calandra's bread is all natural with 0 preservatives, just 4 simple ingredients doing their thing. Which means it might not last as long as the others, but that's kind of the point. Flavor like theirs doesn't come from a factory. Calandra's Bakery, still made by hands, not robots, since 1962.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverages, New Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on all serving. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Attention Knicks fans! Looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrivewell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrivewell offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam-dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrivewell location near you. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. That's ThrivewellInfusion.com. Saving lives drip by drip.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696 to learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
3 dribbles. 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead. 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes his 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fans. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
How sweet is that? Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is like a dream right now. It is absolute fantasy that we're living in. Tyler Murray, Monica McNutt, my pals, the final call, calls that will live on as long as we are roaming this planet. The New York Knicks, their first NBA championship in 53 years. And the one thing that I did not pick up when that whole thing transpired live at the arena, I didn't know they were playing Old Blue Eyes down in San Antonio when the game went final. I mean, that is heady. You know, I mean, they're the visiting team. All 3 games in this series, you played SpongeBob SquarePants when they were introduced in the starting lineups. Now they're NBA champs, and you show them respect. Before the body even turns cold, you're playing New York, New York. I mean, hey, you know what? Job well done, San Antonio. Good job. And look, the Spurs, I think it's obvious. They just weren't ready to win. You know, they're going to have their day. They may win multiple championships with the big French guy at the helm. But number one, he's got to get stronger. He's got to become a little bit more durable because obviously the Knicks ran him ragged in this series, even though he was very good, and tonight he was good too. But he's got to put a lot of muscle on that body if he wants to have a long, successful, dominant NBA career. But you know what? That's not our problem tonight, and nobody's worrying about Victor Wembanyama tonight. It is a night for you, it is a night for New York, and it is a night for the Knicks, who are the champions of the NBA universe. And I want to hear from you guys at 800-919-3776. 888-866-9876. That is the telephone number. We will start it off with our pal Javi in Queens. Javi, congratulations, my friend. How are you?
Oh, Dan, I'm almost speechless, but of course I'm calling in. Shout out to the haters. Shout out to Becky Hammond. Shout out to the idiots in the chat. Shout out to Las Vegas for picking San Antonio over the Knicks, because I think that's what we needed to fuel us. It just wasn't Wemby's time. Choosing to up his minutes from 30 minutes to 40 in the finals, obviously it hurt them really bad. Stephon Castle had a terrible game for them today. The Knicks were primed to do what they needed to. Tibbs got them right mentally, and then Brown got them right with the rotation. It was the same 8 guys that Tibbs had. I'm not trying to poo-poo Tibbs, but he wouldn't have played Alvarado the way that that Brown did the other game. He wouldn't have played Shamet the way that he got minutes in certain games. And then when it came down to it, it was Brunson time. Brunson outshined Wemby pretty much every time that it came down to winning time. Brunson he's beyond 1A. This man is a superstar. We owe him so much. And Leon Rose is an incredible executive. So just shout out to everything that's going on. It looks like the parade's going to be on Thursday. I think there was, unless it hasn't been confirmed, I think there's a tweet from Mamdani saying that there's a parade on Thursday. Nice lead into the holiday on Friday. But man, this city's. One thing, anyone listening out there, if you think you're going to go out in this city and act stupid tonight, stop yourself. Stop being a fool.
Everybody, you're right.
That is the coward's way of doing this.
Javi, enjoy this, brother. Thanks for calling in. If you're out there and celebrating, be cool. We said this earlier today, be cool. Okay, you can have a good time, you can celebrate, you can have fun, all those things, but do it respectfully, okay? No vandalizing, no assaulting, none of that garbage. That's not what real New Yorkers and real fans do. Let's say hi to Michael in Newburgh up next here on ESPN New York. What's up, Mike? How are you?
I'm doing great, Dan. How you doing?
Good, Mike. Talk to me. How you feeling?
Oh, my God. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. In 5 games, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. But like you said, though, with the fans, make sure they're going to be, cordial, respectful, and don't do anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? Don't do anything crazy. Unbelievable win from the Knicks tonight. I'm so excited. This is a crazy win for the Knicks. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I'm just very ecstatic right now. It's hard for me to even comprehend right now. It's unreal. It's it's been too long. We deserve this. And go Knicks. Let's go.
That's it, Mike. Thanks for the phone call. Enjoy. And look, Knicks fans aren't going to go to sleep tonight. You're not going to sleep. Nor should you. Your feet haven't touched the ground yet. Who knows when the next time they'll do it? And by the way, what Javi said about the parade, I have not seen anything about it. I mean, obviously, I've been getting ready to do the show, all that stuff. I'm not really checking social media and whatnot. But, it's going to be sometime this week. And once it becomes official, we'll let you know. And obviously, we're going to have the parade covered wall to wall because we are the home of the Knicks on ESPN New York. Let's say hi to Kyle in Bridgewater, who is up next here on ESPN New York. Kyle, how we doing tonight, man?
Man, Dan, I'm at a loss for words. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. Been a Knicks fan since '99. I was 7 years old, so I've been through all of it. I cried in high school when they traded Jamal Crawford. He was my favorite player as a Knicks fan. So it's amazing. I lost my father in April, so this whole run has just been very, very emotional. He actually died the night of the Celtics game, and he was a huge Larry Bird fan growing up. So as a Knicks fan too. So it's been insane. I'm obviously very emotional right now. I've been crying for the past hour. I left the bar. I don't even know what to say. I'm so happy Like, I don't even know what to say. This is not even real life.
You said it all, Kyle. You said it all, my man. And you know what? Enjoy this. I know your dad's looking down on you, happy, and he's happy you're happy. And, you know, maybe he had a little extra help from above, even though he was a Celtics fan, right? And I appreciate the phone call. See, that's what this night is about. That's what this time is going to be about. That's not the last story you're going to hear like that. You're going to hear a lot of these over the next few weeks. You know? That's why when you have this long drought, 53 years, it brings families together, generations together. You know, the last couple of days we've been talking about like what happened when the Chicago Cubs finally won the World Series in 2016, and that was almost like a century. You saw people who were sitting in lawn chairs at cemeteries, at grave sites next to, you know, relatives who have since passed on, listening to Game 7 of that World Series with the transistor radio so they could experience it all together. You know, that's what this does. That's what sports is about. You know, this communal experience. And when you have the opportunity to experience the euphoria, just the absolute best that it brings out, like this in a championship and one that hasn't happened in 53 years, it's going to bring a floodgate of emotions. And you know what? Bask in it. Enjoy it. Embrace it. This is so cool. 800-919-3776. The mayor did indeed tweet out Parade Thursday, Manhattan. So there you go. So Thursday looks like Parade Day. Buckle up, and it will be a celebration to the likes of something the city has never seen before. I'm pretty confident in that because, as you know, this city has split allegiances when it comes to football, when it comes to baseball, when it comes to hockey, basketball. 9 out of every 10 people you meet, if they like basketball, they like the Knicks. This will be bonkers, but in the best possible way. Jalen Brunson, the hero, the MVP, the guy who took this team to the top of the mountain, who is etched in New York sports lore forever and ever. Hell, start construction on the statue tomorrow morning outside of Madison Square Garden. Have it up by opening night next year, because he deserves it. After the game went final, here's an emotional Jalen with ESPN and ABC's Lisa Salters on the court.
There are no more games left. We can talk about it now. You're a champion. What is this moment feeling like to you?
Holy
Take your time. Wait a long time for this.
I got no words. Everything else.
You're obviously feeling a lot of emotions. Can you tell me just what you're feeling?
I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm just like, I'm in awe. I don't know. Whenever someone counters out, we find a way to come back and do something about it.
When the championship was on the line, you took over the game, really. Especially in the fourth quarter, 15 points in the fourth quarter. Just what were you saying to yourself about finishing this tonight?
My confidence comes from my work ethic. Every time I got the ball, all I can think about is all the hours in the summer. For every summer I had since I ever could remember making this a reality. So whenever I had the ball, I'm just thinking about just me alone in the gym.
And you're getting to share this with your father. Just how special to you is that? We can see it.
That's it, you can see it.
You said you've been doubted your whole life. Too small, not this, not that. But what has this team shown about heart?
We're going to find a way. Whatever you put in front of us, we're going to find a way. It doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever. We're going to find a way every single time we step on this court. Every time.
Congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
Obviously an emotional Jalen Brunson with Lisa Salters. Tremendous. Let's get a quick timeout. 800-919-3776. Remember, we are not going anywhere. New York City, we are live with you all night, all morning long, around the clock. The New York Knicks are NBA champions 2026, and we come right back on ESPN New York.
The New York Knicks, world champions. Finally.
Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
Enjoy it, Knicks fans. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
For over 160 years, businesses from Montauk to Manhattan and beyond have trusted Dime Community Bank for all of their banking needs. Our cutting-edge digital tools let you manage your accounts, monitor cash flow, and make payments on your schedule. Whether you're at the office, on the road, or working late, you'll have secure access to everything you need right at your fingertips. Wherever your business takes you, we've got your bank. Ready to experience banking that moves at the speed of your business? Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Wild Turkey Bourbon master distiller Jimmy Russell knew what to change over 70 years ago. Not a damn thing. Because Jimmy knew that we got Wild Turkey Bourbon right the first time. So he bet it all on the original Wild Turkey Bourbon recipe. That's why it's aged longer, never watered down, with the same bold pre-prohibition flavor. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Wild Turkey Bourbon, aged longer, never watered down, bold flavor. Wild Turkey Bourbon, copyright 2025, Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
If you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, think again. Sloman's is here to change the game with their preseason super sale. They're now offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant R45-4B systems expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right. Get started with zero down, zero payments, and zero interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive service plan for 5 years, including annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Call Sloman's today at 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But hurry, these cool savings won't last. That's 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. 18-month promo period, no payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
ESPN New York Beach Bash is back. Thursday, July 2nd at Bar A in Lake Como, New Jersey. Head down to the Jersey Shore and join the Michael K. Show and Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live starting at 1 p.m. Plus, there'll be appearances from DiPietro and Rosenberg, as well as Bart and Carl. We'll have plenty of giveaways for fans in attendance, a soccer watch party, and the chance to test your skills by trying to kick a soccer goal as Rick DiPietro. Plus music from Surfing for Daisy. It's all brought to you by Spike Dave, Boost Mobile, Miller Lite, Fanatics Best NYC, and New Jersey Lottery. You must be at least 21 years of age to enter.
Every shot the rest of the way to save the season for San Antonio or win the championship for New York. Brunson foul line floater. He got it! Feeding to the middle of the paint. He drains it with 66 seconds to go, and the Knicks lead by 2.
Kyler Murray on the call. The Knicks are champions of the NBA world. Dan Graca hanging out with you till 2 a.m. on this celebratory Saturday night / Sunday morning now. Knicks over the Spurs. They come from behind, which, hey, that's what they do, right? Down by as many as 16 in this one. Played as bad a first quarter as you could possibly play, but they found a way. Spurs unable to close the door. They couldn't close a 29-point lead the other night. They couldn't close a 16-point lead this evening. And that was despite the fact down the stretch when the Knicks were trying to put the game away. And this would be the big story if the Knicks lost the game. They missed 4 free throws in the final 26 seconds of this game, with a chance to make this thing even more comfortable, but they go 4 of 8 in that last 26 seconds, but nobody cares because they found a way to get the job done, and San Antonio went ice cold down the stretch of this game. Karl Anthony Towns did not stuff the stat sheet tonight. He was littered with foul trouble, fouled out of the game, only had 2 points, but he grabbed 10 rebounds in only 23 minutes of action. But you know how big he's been all season long, all playoffs long, for this group. Here was Cat with Ernie Johnson on the podium after tonight's game.
Carl, I know that, look, you have there's been divine inspiration in the course of this playoff run for you. Can you put that into words for me?
You know, you work your whole life for this moment. Throughout my career, I've seen myself fall down. People tell me to stay down, and I got back up. Even when I was in the mud, and I kept putting my left foot in front of my right foot. I kept trusting God. I kept trusting my faith. I kept trusting the work. And you know, at the end of the day, like this team has always said since the beginning, this is written. This was written for New York, and we went and got it done today, and it's because of all the brothers here, because of the fans. It's because of all y'all. And I appreciate everyone, but y'all heard my story. I know my story, and I just want to say, thank you, Mama. I appreciate you. Give me one.
Hey, congratulations on the happy story, man.
And you know the emotions swirling for Karl Anthony Towns. He's spoken on more than one occasion about, you know, the spirit and how he feels his mother looking down on him after a couple of these games. And, you know, having an angel on your shoulder is not the worst thing in the world either in these situations. And we talked about even after game number 4, you know, the divine intervention, that there's a higher power that plays in these games sometimes, right? I mean, there's no way unfathomable, unless there was help from above, that tip-in from OG Anunoby goes in without even touching the rim at the end of Game 4. Like, that's not supposed to happen the way it did. Incredible. Let's say hi to Kenny and Suffren up next here on ESPN New York. Kenny, the Suffren's over, my friend. How are you?
I'm ecstatic. I'm 68 years old. I've been waiting for this since 1973 when they acquired Earl of Pearl, and that was a foregone conclusion. I remember when Willis came through and he was hurt in Game 7, and he came down the ramp, and Elgin Baylor and Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain all looked at him in all awe. They jaws just dropped. He's shooting foul shots, pregame, making them all, and just man, MVP with Bronson. Anunoby, you know, Hart. Those guys are incredible. I mean,
hey, Kenny, you know what? That's why this is a team.
One guy stopped. You know, I mean, they just have They had too much depth and too much seasoning for this young Spurs team, which is probably going to be a mini dynasty in the next couple of years, but not now. This has been they were destined.
100%. Kenny, thanks a lot for the phone call. I appreciate you. Enjoy this one, my friend. You waited a long, long time for it. It's not about the Spurs now, though. Like I said, they're going to have their day eventually, but it's not now. And, you know, one of the things that I saw from Mitch Johnson, the head coach, before signed on here and began the show tonight, I thought that he was gracious, and he told it like it is. No excuses. I'm trying to look up the quote here. He said that they didn't deserve to win the games. He said, we weren't ready to win an NBA championship. The better team won. So you know what? Shout out Mitch Johnson. Kudos to him. None of this analytically, we were up 3-1 crap like you heard from Kenny Atkinson. He acknowledges the right team won. The Knicks are champs. You and I, 60 more minutes, but we're continuing around the clock on ESPN New York. Grassa coming right back with you.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. The 2026 New York Knicks. Basketball immortality.
It's happening, Knicks fans! It's happening! It's been 53 years! It's over! It's over! Knicks fans, this is not a dream! Your long, long wait has ended! Go ahead and cry! After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again!
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
The finals are here and both teams are set. And now you can trade every game on Kalshi. New York is currently trading at 78% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out over $120 if they can close out the series. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. No house, no odds makers. And as the odds move, you can buy in or out anytime. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code ORANGE to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory. Knicks fans, here's a guaranteed grocery win just for you. Take $10 off your online order of $50 or more at shop.foodbazaar.com. Just use promo code FANSGET10. That's FANSGET10. And the wins don't stop there. Food Bazaar brings you an all-star lineup, the largest selection of international foods, plus the freshest meat, seafood, and produce in the game. Ready to win big? Use promo code FANSGET10 on your first $50 order at shop.foodbazaar.com today.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks have done it. They are the 2026 NBA champions. Now, here's Dan Grassa.
It still doesn't seem real. You hear those words and it still does not compute. It doesn't register. But it's very much reality. This is planet Earth that we're living on. And the Knicks are the champions of the NBA world, 53 years in the making. And we are live with you all throughout the evening and through the morning on ESPN New York. Dan Grassa hanging out with you now. It is my privilege. It is my honor to be here with you. Immediately, the first voice you hear on this radio station after the New York Knicks win an NBA championship. Incredible. When I'm done at 2 o'clock, I'll turn the baton over to my buddy Jake Asman, who's going to take you through the rest of the morning through the night up until 6. Rick and Dave are going to come on from 6 to 9 and do a live show, and then Ty Butler will take you for a few hours after that, beginning at 9 a.m. So no reason to turn the channel right here from ESPN New York, or if you're listening on the ESPN New York app or watching on YouTube, No reasons whatsoever. In case you're just joining us, the parade will be on Thursday. That is from the mayor himself. So make your plans, take off of work, play hooky, do whatever you got to do. I know the Jets got a freaking minicamp scheduled Thursday. Maybe we can find our way to get out of that. But nevertheless, Knicks parade on Thursday. Jubilation taking over New York City as you would expect. Now, there is somebody in the studio that I want to talk to right now. Is he rocking and ready to go? Is he available?
What's up there, Bob?
There he is. And, oh, my goodness. Look at the...
Can you believe this? Can you believe this?
I'm not going to be able to wipe the smile off my face.
Same, buddy.
Looking at you right now.
This is incredible. I've broken so many rules tonight. One of which is I'm wearing a jersey. I came in here. I stopped wearing player jerseys years ago. And said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy myself a nice Josh Hart Finals jersey. I'm going to rock it for Game 5. And you know what? Boy, 53 years. My entire lifetime rooting for this team, getting clowned as a Knicks fan growing up. Everybody's rooting for the Bulls, the Lakers.
Yep.
Not the Knicks. Oh, no, not the Knicks. You know what? Nothing can ever be said. They can never take away this feeling that we've had over these last 2 hours. And this is going to steal one from Sam way back in the day with the Rangers, but this is going to last a lifetime. This is going to last a lifetime.
And of course, you know that voice. It's the great Ray Santiago, who wears so many hats and plays so many roles. But in particular, when it comes to the Knicks, he is our coordinating producer of Knicks and Rangers basketball, and has been for 7-8 years. I mean, I've lost count. But he is the architect that makes this engine go with all the Knicks and Rangers games that we broadcast on this channel. He started 1 year after I did, being a part of the Knicks broadcasts here on this station. And, I've talked about it obviously over the last couple of weeks, and I know that you probably echo. Think back to some of those lean years, and we're sitting in Madison Square Garden, and the buzz is certainly nowhere near as palpable as it's been in recent seasons. When you're sitting there trying to find any glimmer of hope from the guys that were in uniform and trying their best to make this city proud and make the Knicks a winner again. But, we were really realistic in knowing that, that wasn't going to come to fruition. And to look back on those days to where we're sitting here right now, and there's a parade 4 days from now. I mean, did you ever think in a million years that we'd be having this conversation?
They've been calling me the optimist around this team over the last few months.
And you have been.
I'm supposed
Give Ray credit. He has been.
Mm-hmm. But in my wildest dreams, man, I did not think that they would go run roughshod over the Eastern Conference, go into the NBA Finals against an OKC or a San Antonio and win 4-1. Are you kidding me? No. But what you said, like those lean years. This is year 8 for me. You're right on track. Year 8. Year 1 was 17 wins. Yep, 17 wins. David Fizdale years. KP doesn't want to play. KP gets traded. We in a lottery situation. We don't win the lottery. De'Aaron Fox is clowning us after the lottery. We don't have a chance at Zion. We don't have a chance at any star player. Ja Morant. We can't get KD. We can't get Kyrie. We have to settle for Julius Randle, who did a great job while he was here.
Shout out to Julius Randle, who he took a chance when nobody else wanted to.
Started this everyone said it started with JB. No, it really started with Julius. JB was the complementary piece, but Jalen Brunson, was you're throwing $24 million a year at Jalen Brunson, getting clowned for that. But everything that guy has touched has turned to gold. And on that note, boy, can you give enough credit to Leon Rose, Worldwide West, to the staff they assembled, not just the coaching staff, but the staff behind the scenes. What they've done to make this team, it's unbelievable. All the credit in the world should go to these people. What they've done for this franchise, what they've done for this city. This is incredible. I'm coming down from the emotion, but I know that the emotion that I was feeling, everybody was feeling in that moment. Everybody. How could you not be on the verge of tears as this was happening? How could you be a fan of this?
And even though think about it, even though very much in the same vein, but the shoe was on the other foot. When the Rangers went to the Stanley Cup Final in 2014, I always said that was as competitive and as close a 5-game series that you could possibly ask for. This is also in that same vein, except the good guys won this time around. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny how it's so fitting.
That's a good comp. That's
right?
a good comp, yeah.
And 27 years ago, when the last time this team was in the NBA Finals against this Spurs team, fittingly enough, that was a 5-game series. This ends up being a 5-game series.
It's kind of poetic. Yeah, you bring up a good point. It ended on the opposing team's score too.
It's crazy.
Like then.
And tonight being like the most rock fight type game of the entire series, like that series was as a whole back in 1999, where nobody even basically could crack 100 points. That's what tonight's game
It's so crazy because the more the game turned into the rock fight and it just slugged out, like you're angry at the slow starts that they kept giving you the entire series, but you kept getting more confident as the game wore on. You said just keep it close, just keep it close. And every time you thought San Antonio was going to pull away, the Knicks came right back. Jalen Brunson, heroic performance again, earned every bit of that MVP. I almost like don't have the words to describe what I saw, because this is not supposed to happen to the Knicks. This is not supposed to happen to us. We're the team that these things happen to. An epic performance, games that you feel you should win, and we're on the other side. Like, and it may be time to start giving some credit. Like, I mean, they're champions, so I don't. Who gives a damn about the credit? Because the credit is in Larry O'Brien that they're bringing back to New York, right? But this is a damn good team. This is a, dare I say, a great team. This is a team that never says die.
Team.
All of them.
Stress that. And we have been reinforcing that during this run. Team. Karl Anthony Towns, I don't want to say it was a no-show, but he didn't contribute much tonight because of the foul trouble. He only played 23 minutes. The other guys were nobody from the bench did anything. Remember, they didn't score a bench point until, the third quarter, late in the third quarter? You know, they were getting destroyed in the paint. They couldn't find their way getting easy buckets. I thought they became way too trigger-happy from three tonight because they had, like, the Wemby phobia in their mind, that they felt he was lurking, even though maybe he wasn't even in the game. They were just bombed away from three.
He was blocking shots all over the place, so it's like, what do you have, 5, 6?
Yeah, he had like 5 in the first half, but again, the anatomy of a team that on any, yes, you had Brunson save his best for last, but on any given night, somebody else would step up
on a night when you get,
role.
You said you get 0 from Cat, you get 0 from the bench, but Jay, and if it's on Jalen in this particular series where the Spurs in the first 4 games, they made it clear that we're not going to let Jalen Brunson beat us. It's going to have to be other people, except he made those 2 clutch shots in the first 2 games. But, like, the Spurs were making an emphasis. Yeah, he got good totals in those games, but he had to fight for everything. He wasn't very efficient, right? It was high usage. Today, no, that was MVP Jalen Brunson. That was the Jalen Brunson that we've seen throughout his Knicks tenure just keep getting better and better, and as he gets more and more comfortable, he's going to get you. And he got the Spurs. Made him pay.
You've seen 5 championships from your baseball team. I'm not gonna rib it all on your football team at all.
We know.
And now you got this one. I mean, does this take the cake? I know we're like the prisoner of the moment and the prisoner of now, but I would think this has got to take the cake.
This is the most meaningful, the most, like, the happiest I've been. Again, I'm a grown man. I've been doing this now. I've been working here for over a decade and a half, and you know, like, most of those championships that I saw growing up for the teams I rooted for, they came when I was a kid, you know? Yeah, the Yankees had the one in 2009, but every other championship I saw, I was a child. I was a child. So, like, there's the joy, but, like, you don't truly appreciate it for what it's worth, I guess, right? But this team, again, like, just to bring it back full circle, this is the team I rooted for as a kid when nobody was rooting for them. Again, we were in the New York area, and people were not rooting for the Knicks. I maybe knew 3 or 4 Knicks fans growing up, people that I could relate to, and that, you know, they were Bulls fans, they were Lakers fans. It was if you rooted for the Knicks, you were rooting for failure. You were rooting for an opportunity for people to clown you for it. And now, again, I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not one of those people who says people can't celebrate. You want to celebrate? Come right aboard. Just be. You know, we'll see you at the parade on Thursday. Come and be happy. But this is a moment that I will truly never forget. This entire journey, the lean years, the years where you had those disappointing exits in the playoffs. You lost to the Hawks, those 2 losses to the Pacers, and it felt like, it's hindsight. You didn't feel it in the moment, but it felt like this was all building to something really special. And I didn't know if it was going to happen this year. I really didn't. But I felt at some point this team was going to fulfill the mission that was set out for them. And it's finally happened. It's unbelievable.
Finally happened, and I'm speaking for you. I think it's pretty damn cool that you had such a big hand in it, having such a big hand in these broadcasts over the last all these years, and you had a big hand in delivering the first championship for the New York Knicks in 53 years to all the fans out there listening on this radio station and on these airwaves. So I'm thrilled to be able to share that with you and the great work we've been able to do together all these years doing these games.
And before I forget, because like you're mentioning like being part of this, and again, I'm just here. I'm just like this is such a great job that I have, and yes, I work crazy hours. I work late at night, and then I come turn around and do the morning show with DiPietro and Rothenberg, and we have a fun time. But sometimes it can be a little bit like I have to tough it out a little bit. But man, like this makes every late night, every early morning worth it, and I think about. I have an outstanding crew. Tyler and Monica have only been together for 2 years. I think I really do believe I have the best booth in the league. I've got you and Pat O'Keefe doing the hosting. You guys do a fantastic job. I think about all the people that we've had, in that booth and helping us over the years. I think of Brendan Brown. I think of Harry Robinson, who are no longer with us. And
Totally.
like
on more than one occasion, I've thought about those guys during this run, and I said, then what? Think, and I don't want to get too sappy here.
Unbelievable. Yes, they absolutely would have loved this. They absolutely would have loved this, and I hope that they are. I hope that they are loving this.
And I was texting with our buddy Ed Cohen right before I came on the air after the game went final, who's the best.
I've got to text Ed.
Yeah,
Ed's another great guy that has been here and
like you said,
so much.
we all got a chance to experience this in some way, shape, or form, and now the ultimate payoff and the reward, and that's what these times are for. Listen, I'm glad we had a chance to talk here. I'm happy as hell for you. I'm happy as hell for everybody. Go get a little R&R here for a bit, and can't wait to see you in person.
There's no R&R. I'll be up next with the ass man, Jake Assman at 2 o'clock. I'll be working with him. So.
Even if it's 45 minutes, get some R&R.
We'll do our best. Thank you, Dan.
All right, Bob.
Go Knicks.
There is Ray Santiago. He's the best. And, of course, a central figure here in our Knicks coverage and, of course, our everyday coverage on ESPN New York. 800-919-3776. More of your phone calls. I'm hanging out with you till 2 a.m. And as you heard Ray say, then it's Jake Assman from 2 to 6. Rick and Dave from 6 to 9. Ty Butler from 9 until noon after that. We roll on. The Knicks are champs on ESPN New York.
Clear some space in the rafters at MSG. A new banner is coming to the Garden.
To have the fans that we have in New York City and be able to bring home a championship after all these years is absolutely amazing. It's a surreal feeling. I don't know how long it's been since that final buzzer went off, but I still don't believe it. I'm pinching myself.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Come on, ref, end the game.
What's the rush? We're winning!
And we're going to keep winning if we get to the Nissan Summer Sales event.
What?
The event where you can score great savings on a new Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Can it hold off 10 minutes?
Oh, sure. You think the #1 brand of new vehicle quality by J.D. Power is just going to wait for you?
I get it, but we waited years for this match.
But look at these incentives.
Wait, are you serious? Come on, ref! Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle!
The whistle is blowing on these savings.
Hurry in and bring home a winning offer at the Nissan Summer Sales event. Now, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, Murano, Pathfinder, or Frontier, excluding S-Trim. For J.D. Power 2025 USIQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1667 per month per thousand finance. Frontier S-Trim, 1.9% APR for 60 months at $1748 per month per thousand.
And it is certified Marvin Installing Retailer.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York.
It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News and World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Dan Krause back with you here on ESPN New York, celebrating a championship for the New York Knicks. That is right, a championship for New York City. Parade set for Thursday. No place you'd rather be than right here on ESPN New York. 800-919-377-60. Telephone number. Back to the phones. We say hi to Manny in Flushing up next here on ESPN New York. Manny, what is up? Manny, you there? We lost Manny. Manny's not paying attention. We got to move on from Manny. If he calls back, we'll try to get him back here in the mix. Let's say hi to Stevie in Staten Island, who is up next. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Hey, Dan. Pleasure to be on. Kind of crazy to have witnessed this entire run from the Knicks. Kind of thing you just hear about but don't ever see.
Right, seems like fantasy.
Yeah. As someone who's 30 years old, I hear about the championships in 1970 and 73, even the runs in 94 and 99. But to witness this run as unheard of as someone who is 30 years old. Don't really remember those early those dynasty years of the Yankees. So to witness this, uncompared to those giant, doesn't compare to the giant runs, doesn't compare to that 09, uncomparable in my memory in New York sports. So just incredible time to be witnessing this entire,
No, Steve, it sounds like you're speechless there, and I appreciate the phone call, and I thank you for hopping on. Look, apologies to the Mets and Yankees. You know, sorry. You're the attention that you were seeking as baseball teams and you normally generate throughout the summer months in the city, it's not going to happen. Knick euphoria, this Knick championship is going to live on for the rest of the summer and probably take us all the way up to week 1 of the NFL when that kicks off. Because I can't imagine coming down from this high. This city is just going to be on cloud 9 until opening night next year. It's incredible. Edgar's in White Plains. He is up next here on ESPN New York. Edgar, how are you?
Dan, let me tell you, man, I just to the point now where I feel like I can just make words, not stumble over myself. I am elated. listening to you earlier, saying like calling all these people back, I thought I had this idea. I've been listening to the show so long, and it's been so painful. I'm trying not to cry here, but like, just have a show maybe in the morning or throughout the day. Get all the old ESPN guys if you can, the Mike Lupicas, the Bill Daughtry's, just to hear their voice, just to hear what they have to say. I would love to hear them. But man, I am elated. I let me tell you, just echoing what Ray was saying growing up, and all you kept hearing from Knicks fans too is Knicks suck, Knicks suck. You hear it all the time, every day. Knicks stink. Why are you a fan of the Knicks? And then this is finally like, and you know, like Ray said, we're not the gatekeeper. Anybody can come aboard. I know who's been on this ride with me from day one, and who's just having a good time. And welcome them all to the parade. Just so happy. I mean, it would be so cool if Winthrop, whomever. I don't know if you could bring Hurley back just to talk. I know he's on another planet over there with his other station, but it would just be so cool to hear those old guys that I've been growing up listening to forever. I mean, just to hear them, it would be so cool. I don't know, man. I'm holding back tears here.
Edgar,
Oh,
hey man,
no.
You don't got to hold anything back. Let it out. If not now, then when? Bottom line, this is what this time is for. Doesn't happen often. I'm not breaking any news. 53 years. You never know if you'd ever see one of these. You know, there's a certain football team that plays in this town that's been waiting even longer than that, and I think you know who those are, and, you know, the ties that I have to that organization, and what, you know, I can only imagine what that'll be like if that day ever comes. I pray to the Lord. Let's say hi to Tom in Manhattan, who is up next here on ESPN New York. Tommy, how are you?
Hey, great. How you doing, Dan?
Good, Tom. What's up?
I wrote a little song for the Knicks a couple of days ago, a little 30-second thing. We are the New York Knicks. We are the champs of the NBA. We are the New York Knicks. We are the champs of the NBA. We are the New York Knicks.
Tom, I didn't know if I was listening to you doing the show or I was at a Billy Joel concert. I had no idea. It was that hard to distinguish between the two. But I appreciate the effort, and it brought something to the program tonight. And I think all Knicks fans listening right now enjoyed it. You know, a little kind of like Tin Pan Alley-esque there. I liked it. Maybe not the most lyrically complex piece of music out there, but you know what? Who cares? Who the hell cares? I want to see somebody else call in tonight and have an originally written and recorded song that they're going to bring to the table after the Knicks win a championship. Love you, Tommy. Let's say hi to Elliot, Long Island, who's up next. Hello, Elliot. How are you?
Dan, how are you? Dan, I wrote a 3-act opera about the Knicks winning, if you have a second.
That's a funny one,
Got
Tom,
a cast
or
of
Elliot.
characters tonight, buddy.
Love it.
Listen, man, I'm in my son's room right now. He's finally gone to sleep. We are Knicks, Jets, Mets, and Rangers family. And, like, every football season, you know this, I've had to explain to my son why he can't be a Packers fan. And I just have to tell him, like, this is what it is. We're New York sports fans. We stay in it, and eventually we're going to have something good. And, like, we're jumping up and down, like, crying, and it's just the best. And then I'm like, we're here. He's got the Richter jersey on the wall. This is what it's all about, man. And it's just, this is why sports is wonderful, and this is why it's great to be a New Yorker, dude.
Elliot, you said a mouthful right there, and you're 1,000% right, man. And enjoy the hell out of this. And you and your son. And thanks a lot for the phone call. See, that's what makes things like this that much more sweet. You know? When you are a loyal fan and you stay with your team through the lean years, and damn, there were a lot of lean years with this team. Decades, right? Where it seemed like they were never going to climb out of this. And disaster was always waiting around the other turn, it seemed like. When you finally have the payoff and you finally get to the top, like, it's so much more satisfying and so much sweeter, right? Because it's something that you never thought you would ever see in your lifetime. And to reach that dream is, I I don't have to tell you guys. I mean, you've heard all the callers we've had tonight and the raw emotion that's just pouring out of them because they have no other way to process what's happening. And that's what moments like this in sports in particular are due to us. And that's why we keep coming back for more. The good, the bad, the disappointment, the pain, all hoping for the payoff, the euphoria that you've gotten tonight with this team. 800-919-3776. We keep the conversation going. Damn, this is a lot of fun. Grasso with you here on ESPN New York.
The New York Knicks, world champions. Finally.
Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
Enjoy it, Knicks fans. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Your 2026 New York Knicks.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Replacing your home's AC system isn't exactly pocket change. Let's be real. Most people don't have thousands of dollars just lying around. And that's why Flowman's makes staying cool affordable. Right now, Flowman's central air conditioning makes it easier than ever to upgrade without blowing your budget. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% financing for up to 18 months. Plus, every new system comes with a 5-year all-inclusive service plan, including annual system maintenance, filter replacements, and refrigerant. So there are no surprise costs down the road. Whether your system is outdated, your electric bills are through the roof, or your AC finally called it quits, Flowman's has a solution that works and a payment plan that actually makes sense. Call 516-932-7000. That's 516-932-7000. Or visit ac.flowmans.com to schedule your free estimate today. Flowman's Central Air Conditioning. Because comfort shouldn't come with a price you can't afford. 18-month promo period. No payment, no interest, and no down payment offer. The offer is available through a third-party bank. On approved credit, interest is waived if loan is repaid in full during the same as cash period. Terms and conditions apply.
In New York City, young men of color deserve every opportunity to succeed. The NYC Young Men's Initiative is investing in futures through education, workforce development, healthcare, and justice programs designed to uplift and empower. And through programs like the Cooney Fatherhood Academy, we're supporting young fathers and building brighter futures for themselves and their families. Visit nyc.gov/YMI programs or at NYC Young Men on all socials to learn more.
DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, New York. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in New York. So, whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you're in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in New York, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers, sign up with code WHSQ. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments. From engagements and anniversaries to milestones big and small, we've helped mark the moments that matter most. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any of our 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance.
Your favorite sports, teams, and exclusive live events are waiting for you on the big screen when you watch on the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the biggest live events and the best championship moments.
This thing just got wild.
That was incredible!
Well, Scott Van Pelt, get a good look.
Get the ultimate sports fan experience when you stream on the ESPN app today.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The New York Knicks have done it. They are the 2026 NBA champions. Now, here's Dan Grassa.
Still doesn't seem real, right? The more you hear it, we've been on the air for a little over an hour. We'll take it till 2 a.m., then I'll turn things over to my buddy Jake Assman. He'll go till 6. Rick and Dave come on at 6. Till 9, and then Ty will take you 9 to noon. No reason to change this fine radio station throughout the night, throughout the morning, as the Knickerbockers are the champions of the basketball world. Dan Grassa hanging out with you here at 800-919-3776. Let's go back to the phones. Jamie in Lake Grove up next here on ESPN New York. Jamie, how we doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing sorry. I'm just watching the post game and everything with with Matt and Joe talking about everything. I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional.
Jamie, you're allowed to tonight. I don't know if you know that.
I know that. It's just, Dan, you have no idea. Well, you have an idea, but I've been a Knicks fan since, like, I wore my Jamal Crawford jersey since when I was a kid. I wore my Jamal Crawford jersey, wore my Knicks hat, waiting for this win. Me and my other buddy were at the house just waiting for him to win. It was magical.
It's going to be a fun summer, Jamie. Enjoy the hell out of it, my friend. Really. It's going to be a fun couple of months. You know, the next week is going to be crazy with the parade on Thursday. And for those just joining us, parade's going to be on Thursday per the mayor, so I'm sure we're going to have that covered for you wall to wall right here on ESPN New York. It's just an unbelievable time to be a fan of sports in this city right now. An unbelievable time. Sutton in Brooklyn up next here on ESPN New York. Sutton, how are you?
Awesome, happy, going crazy. Let me tell you, in 1973, my father had season tickets in the orange seats, one section 129, my brother section 56, and David Taylor, may rest in peace, he had 4 seasons with the Bader family behind the Knick bench, behind the Knick basket. And that's when we won the championship. Frazier, DeBusschere, Bradley, Reed, Monroe, going crazy. I'm waiting 53 years. I watch these guys on TV. I haven't seen them my whole life. I'm 27, I'm 32. I'm 63 years old. I was 10 years old and they won. This is the year, this was the team, they would not let anything get in their way. No matter how many points they were down by. We saw the 21-29 against the Cleveland, then the 29 against the Pacers, then against the Spurs. This is a winning team that knew all along they were going to go and do it. And I have to tell you a text I sent to my brother. This last thing meant a lot to me. I said to him, the truth is, I've been living with PTSD. We're watching, remembering that finger roll by Ewing that he missed it. And thank God OG tapped that ball in. I'm only having that in my vision today. All I see is that win and then today's comeback. Knicks are going to do it again next year. To Jeff, I'm finally able to have the nightmare of Patrick Ewing in 1995 missing the finger roll and losing Game 7 against the Pacers. And I'm able to replace that vision with OG Anunoby tipping in the winning shot in the NBA Finals Game 4. Thank God.
Sutton, it was
no
meant
more
to be.
PTSD.
Sutton, it was meant to be, my man. And I thank you for the phone call. You're a longtime Knicks fan. Enjoy this, right? You know, all those bad memories from all, I don't have to rehash them. You know, you labeled a couple of them. You know, not being able to solve Michael Jordan like the rest of the NBA couldn't in the 90s. And, you know, let's be real. You know, like, that's why I think it's also meaningful. That's what, you know, like when you think about a team and an organization, and in this case, a family with the New York Knicks and how it, you know, unites generations, and not just with fans, even with former players. You think about all the, and that's one of the real cool things this organization should get credit for, you know, bringing all these former greats back for the ride and having them sitting there courtside for all these postseason games. And guess what? All the former players you talk to, like when Carlin and I did that watch party for Game 2 last week, you know, Kurt Thomas and John Wallace there, like, They said it means the world to them, the former players, that the organization keeps them around and keeps inviting them to these games, the ones that didn't get a chance to win a championship. Remember, the only guy who's, part of this kind of traveling alumni mob that has a ring is Clyde. He's got a couple of them. All these other guys, unfortunately, came up short. And, Patrick Ewing, as great could be. When the Knicks got him, that turned the franchise around. And they became instant contenders, instant credibility. When they got the big man from Georgetown and Dave DeBusschere, his reaction when they won the lottery. But, they had some great teams with Patrick Ewing. And then when Riley came over, they were this close. Unfortunately, they could never get by Jordan, and then when Jordan stepped away, they had a chance. They finally got by Indiana. They got to the finals, and they had a 3-2 lead in Houston, but too much Akeem, and he was a monster that series, and they couldn't close it out in Game 7. And, a guy like Patrick, even though he doesn't have that ring, if you were around then, aside from the things that I just mentioned, the other problem that plagued those Knicks teams and what kept a guy like Patrick Ewing from being crowned a champion is that unfortunately he never had a dependable number 2 guy to take some of the pressure off him. As we've seen through this playoff run, Jalen Brunson was the guy, but think about how many other dudes stepped up and on any given night could have been the star of the show, whether it was Karl Anthony Towns or OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges or a Josh Hart game, guys like that. Ewing never had that dependable number 2. Starks had his moments, but he wasn't a star to the level that those other guys were. He just wasn't. Oakley was not that type of player. And really, that's what the stumbling block was, that number 33 never got a ring. But you know what? I'm sure he feels through this group like he's a champion, like a lot of those former players do, that never got to taste victory themselves, but being there, traveling to all those road games, being up close, it means so much to them. Let's say hi to Sky in Brooklyn up next here on ESPN New York. Hello, Sky. How are you?
Dan, my man, I've been speechless for the past hour and 2 hours, whatever it's been. I'm 36. I'll be 37 in August. I started watching basketball in the late 90s, right after Jordan retired, and ironically, right when the Knicks lost to the Spurs in '99. And I've gone through the Shannon Anderson, the Clarence Weatherspoon, the Jerome James, which that name still gets me angry to this day. Freaking Bargnani, like the list goes on. And seeing this tonight, I honestly thought I'd become an old man or never see a championship. I haven't shed a single tear tonight because I don't know. It's like my body doesn't know what to do. I've been staring at my phone, staring at the wall, staring at the TV. So I can't actually believe this is real. Like, this is...
You're in a state of shock.
This is
you're in a state of shock. And you know what the cool thing about it, Sky, is? And thanks for the call, man. I appreciate you chiming in tonight. You know what's going to happen to not just Sky, but all the Knicks fans? You know how many moments you're going to have over the next couple of months where it's just going to hit you out of nowhere? You might be driving along in your car, going to pick up, some bread at the store, milk, whatever the hell you're doing, errands, drop it off your dry cleaning. And the thought's going to pop in your head. You're going to be like, oh, wait, freaking Knicks won a championship. Wait, how cool is that? Right? It's going to hit you out of nowhere because if you are old enough to remember, it's been 53 years since the last time it happened. It's not supposed to be part of your day in, day out. And if you're somebody like Sky's age who's 36, you've never seen a championship. But now you got one. It's happened. Let's say hi to Robbie D. in Ocean Gate up next. Robbie, how are you?
I'm doing just amazing, man. How are you?
Excellent, Rob. What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Game 4 and Game 5. Like this is just something that I've only witnessed in a frickin' video game. And the Knicks, every single game along the way have just, it's the matter of who wants it more. And give credit to the Spurs where it's due. They're an excellent team. They won 60-plus games this regular season, but they're too young. And I've been saying it to all my boys, everyone I know that's a Knicks fan and follows the NBA and basketball. They're just too young. I knew it as soon as the Knicks clinched the finals and the Spurs clinched the finals. that the Spurs were just too young. They weren't going to happen. And Game 4, you know, I worked part-time at a bar, and everyone left early, including myself. Left early, down 25-29 to be exact, and they came back and frickin' won Game 4. And Game 5, same story. Not big of a deficit, but they still came back from, I think, 16 or 17, if I'm not correct, and came back and won. It's just a team of destiny, man, and I'm so freaking happy. This is just unbelievable. I just absolutely love it.
It's unbelievable. And Rob, good phone call, my friend, really and truly. And now we have our answer to the questions, right? When they were blowing through everybody in the Eastern Conference, 20 points, 30 points, 40 points, 50 points, it didn't matter, right? Is this team really good? Or is it just because the Eastern Conference stinks? No, they were really good. Yeah. They were championship good, as a matter of fact. Championship level good. These New York Knicks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 800-919-3776. That is the telephone number. Want to hear from as many of you as possible. And even if you don't get in on my show, which is going to wrap up in another 15 minutes, remember, you can get me as always on X at Dan Graca, GRACA. Would love to hear what you're feeling, what you're going through, what this championship means to you. Send the messages my way. Quick timeout. We come back right here on ESPN New York.
The 2026 New York Knicks. Basketball immortality.
It's happening, Knicks fans! It's happening! It's been 53 years! It's over! It's over! Knicks fans, this is not a dream! Your long, long wait has ended! Go ahead and cry! After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again!
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Attention Knicks fans, looking for infusion care that puts you first? Thrival Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. Trusted by physicians across specialties, Thrival offers private state-of-the-art infusion suites and slam dunk treatment from their highly trained medical team. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, experience care, comfort, convenience, and compassion like never before at a Thrival location near you. Find out more at thrivalinfusion.com. That's thrivalinfusion.com, saving lives drip by drip.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON or visit a Verizon store now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay Mobile Plus Home and bonus discount, enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply. Offer ends July 29th, 2026. Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire, you get to hire the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job posts to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire. And check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game, based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. The specially packed vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift this summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Just say free. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details. That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at
888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
This July 16th through 19th, the biggest weekend of sports takes over New York City, and Fanatics Fest puts you at the center of it all. The world's #1 sports fan festival returns to the Javits Center with 500-plus athletes, celebrities, and sports legends all under one roof. Get closer than ever with autographs and photo ops, live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch drops, the tailgate zone, rare collectibles, and nonstop action across every major league. Enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN New York app. Find the contest tile to submit your entry.
3 dribbles. 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead. 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes his 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fans. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
Words that a lot of fans probably thought they would never hear in their lifetimes, but described so perfect by my friends Tyler Murray and Monica McNutt. Dan Graca hanging out with you here for a few more minutes on ESPN New York. At 2 a.m., I'll turn things over to Jake Asman. He'll take you 2 to 6. Rick and Dave coming on from 6 to 9, and then Ty Butler 9 until 1, leading you right into Mets baseball rubber match, Mets Braves, if anybody cares at all about that one tomorrow. Knickerbockers are champions, and you can always get me on X at Dan Graca, Graca. Kevin in Long Island, we hear from him next. Kevin, good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good morning. My voice is shot. Sorry about that, but like I told Jacob, I just wanted to be real quick and just call the radio. 2026 Knicks, we won a championship, and I just wanted to just be on the radio, this historic moment for New Yorkers. And like the last 2 callers said, this is incredible. Like, it hasn't hit me yet. So I don't know. I mean, I was at the bar, but I didn't hear that the Tyler and Monica call. That was amazing. I'm tearing up just listening to it. So, Dan, thanks for taking the call, and let's go Knicks.
Kev, appreciate the call. Thanks for being part of the radio, part of the celebration. That's what moments like this deliver, right? Everybody just wants to be a part of it, somehow, some way, interact, even if it's vicariously with their other Knicks fans, and that's okay. That's what these moments are for. They're special. In some cases, once in a lifetime. This is great. Terrence in the car up next. Hey, Terrence.
Hey. So I just wanted to call real quick and just reflect. I mean, things like this make you remember the bad years. There were years where we had no hope, and not just because we had a bad season that year, but because we traded away future draft picks for alien superstars. And so I never want to hear another conversation about the best players in the NBA if Jalen Brunson is not in it. I want to give a shout-out to Worldwide West, Leon Rose, for just the way in which they methodically built a real team, so that if one guy doesn't play good, if Cat has 2 points today, you know, OG's going to have a good game. Mikal Bridges is going to have a good game. It's such a beautiful thing. And just talking about it, like a lot of people who called, you really don't know how emotional you're going to be until it actually hits. And it's just an amazing thing. Thanks for squeezing me in before 2 o'clock. I appreciate it.
Terrence, pleasure. Pleasure is all mine, really. And, I understand that now is not the time for this conversation, and I'm sure that it's going to be one over the next couple of months and maybe even beyond that. But I only bring this up because I thought of this, because it's something that people kind of obsess over, from time to time. I don't think there's any dispute, any conversation left to be had anymore about who the number one athlete in New York is, right? Not a one. I think we know the answer to that question, The guy who hits baseballs in the Bronx is pretty damn good, but number 11, who plays the game of basketball and is actually a lot smaller than the guy who plays baseball, believe it or not, but the guy who wears number 11 and his office is 33rd and 7th, he's the king of the hill. And there's no doubt, right? None whatsoever. Let's say hi to Muhammad in Queens on ESPN New York. Hello, Muhammad. How are you?
Hey, Dan. Just want to say, hey, shout out to you. Thank you. I've been listening to you for a long time now. I'm 39 years old. I can remember the 93, 94. That's Vegas memories I have of the Knicks. We lived through the Jordan era, the LeBron era, and just, not being able to do this. Tonight is just so incredible. This playoff run in general is so incredible. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 2-year-old who I was able to take to some games this year. So I got to experience this with my 2 little kids. And, I hope through the pictures and stuff, they have memories of this. And, I'm just so thankful for this team. And anyone who's around my age who had, we lived through some of the worst Knicks teams ever. I have no words. I'm just,
Muhammad, that's what it's all about, my friend.
My life is to close.
And I'm glad you got to experience with your family and everybody, and I appreciate you checking in tonight. And I got to say goodbye here in a couple seconds. I want to thank you guys, really, because this has been one of the highlights of my career, having the opportunity to come on here and talk to everybody after the Knicks won a championship for the first time in over half a century. This has been an absolute thrill and a privilege, and I thank you all. This was a lot of fun. I could go through the night if I had to, because I don't know if I'm going to go to sleep. This is incredible. Thanks to Joe Leo, thanks to Jacob Perry, thanks to Ray Santiago, and thanks to everybody that listens to us and has gone on this ride with the Knicks, with our station, with our Knicks coverage, and it is just getting going, folks. Keep it tuned in. We are live all the way up until 1 p.m. tomorrow in the Mets game. Jake Asman will take you through the overnight for the next 4 hours. Enjoy your weekend, New York. Be safe. Bask in it. The New York Knicks are world champions. Believe it. It has happened. Grass is saying so long. Enjoy this one, everybody, on ESPN New York.
53 years in the making.
A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever.
The drought is over. The Knicks have their championship.
Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Total Ortho Express is a state-of-the-art orthopedic care center with 4 Long Island locations: East Meadow, Syosset, Massapequa, and Deer Park. Injuries can happen at any time and can often require immediate attention. Total Ortho Express provides immediate walk-in orthopedic care from highly awarded specialists and surgeons, instead of waiting in an emergency room or a general urgent care. Total Ortho Express is open 7 days a week with extended hours, so that our patients have convenient and immediate access to the care they need. Learn more at TotalOrthoExpress.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The 2026 New York Knicks. Basketball immortality.
It's happening, Knicks fans! It's happening! It's been 53 years! It's over! It's over!
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Once again.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Congratulations to the New York Knicks. They are the 2026 NBA champions. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
3 dribbles. 1 shot for the championship. He got it! 4-point lead, 7.5 to go. De'Aaron Fox across midcourt with 5. Left wing handoff to Wembanyama with 2. Takes his 3 that he misses too strong. It's happening, Knicks fans. It's happening. It's been 53 years. But for this moment, it was well worth the wait. A playoff run that'll go down in history and a team that will live forever. Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
There is nothing like the love letter that an organization has an opportunity to write to its fans and to its cities, quite like winning a championship. Enjoy it, Knicks fans. Enjoy it, Knicks Nation. Signed, sealed, and delivered, your 2026 New York Knicks.
The New York Knicks have done it. They are the 2026 NBA champions. Now, here's Jake Asman.
World champions. Say it again. The New York Knicks are world champions. Let's go. The comeback Knicks have done it. They are now the champion New York Knicks. This is a championship that will last a lifetime. I can't believe it. I'm euphoric. The entire city is euphoric, and we're going all night, baby. We're taking you till 6 in the morning, 800-919. ESPN is the number for the first time in 53 years. The Knicks are world champions. The New York Knicks started the playoffs 1-2. They lost 1 game the rest of the way. 15-1. Winning 15 of their final 16 games. A run that will last and will be remembered for a lifetime. We may never, ever see something like what we saw from these New York Knicks. And if you are a long-suffering, diehard Knicks fan, this night and this run is for you. Because there's many out there who said it couldn't happen. It would never happen. The Knicks would never get it right. They were doubted every step of the way. Last couple years, they were building something. Oh, nice team. Nice players here. But, they're never going to get over the top. You can't win with Jalen Brunson as your best player. You can't win with Karl Anthony Towns. He's soft. They gave up too many picks for Mikal Bridges. You can't win with that. You go down the line. We know the story. Tonight's about celebrating this team and the Knicks fan. The Knicks fan that was there when Alexei Shved was starting games for them, when Kevin Knox was supposed to be the savior, or Frank Ntilikina was going to get us out of this drought. The Knicks fan that was there for Eddie Curry and Jerome James. The Knicks fan that was there through all the pain and all the misery, that stayed loyal. That is what this run is all about. This team is all about. And what tonight and this celebration that's going to be last a long time. That's what it's all about. And tonight, what else is new? Down double digits after the first quarter? What else is new? Only the 5th straight finals game that happened. You know, the good news for the Knicks was that they were down by double digits after the first quarter. Think about that. That's what this team has done to its fans. Even the most negative of fans see them down and they believe we got them right where we want them. What a win tonight. And we need to mention this right at the top. None of this happens without what Jalen Brunson has done since the second he signed his contract and became, we didn't know it at the time, no one did, the greatest free agent signing in NBA history. No player has resurrected a franchise the way Jalen Brunson had. Start building the statue. This is a guy who took $100 million less to help put this team together. And tonight, with Karl Anthony Towns in foul trouble, OG Anunoby in foul trouble, and an off-shooting night from him, Jalen Brunson did something that only Michael Jordan has done. Score 45-plus points on the road in a title-clinching victory. Michael Jordan, Jalen Brunson, that's it. That's the list. Everyone's better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. Here's the thing. Jalen Brunson's just better. Everyone's better than the Knicks until you got to play the Knicks. Philly was going to beat them. Cleveland was going to beat them. Oh, the Western Conference Finals is really the NBA Finals. The Knicks don't have a chance. Knicks in 5. World champions for the first time in 53 years. We are going to celebrate hard tonight, man. I have dreamed about getting the opportunity to be on this radio station after one of our teams in this city wins a title. And it's the Knicks, and we are the radio home of the Knicks, and it's the one team in town that basically unites everybody. This is as good as it will get, Knicks fans. Soak it all in. Soak the champagne in. This is a night that we will all never forget collectively. Where were you when the Knicks ended 53 years of heartbreak and frustration? Where were you when the New York Knicks became world champions? This is a night we will never forget. Thank you to Leon Rose. Thank you to Mike Brown. Here we are. The New York Knicks, world champions. You're watching on YouTube. We're streaming all throughout the morning. Dave and Rick are coming your way at 6 a.m. I'm grinning. I can't believe it. A 16-3 playoff record. They started 1-2. The mentality of these players, collectively, different game. It was a different player stepping up and helping this team win. You go down the line. All the key reserves had moments in these playoffs that helped lead to a championship. Whether it be Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, Jose Alvarado, Mitchell Robinson. Go down the line. They all played a role. Brunson, Cat, McHale, OG, obviously, Hart. These guys are world champions, man, and they all had moments helping deliver this title to this city. A championship that will last a lifetime. A run that we may never see again. They won 15 of their final 16 games in the playoffs, and a lot of those wins were by double digits. It's my job to talk. It's my job to speak. It's hard to come up with words to describe this run. And again, just a phenomenal job by Mike Brown coaching this team. He rightfully stepped into an environment where you couldn't have higher expectations for any first-year coach. And look what he did. He won a championship in his first year. Unbelievable performance. Unbelievable team building by the general manager, the basketball president, Leon Rose. And I'm just so happy for the long-suffering Knicks fans out there, because there are so many people who said it will never happen. You can't win with this owner. You can't win with these players. The Knicks will never get it right. And you know what? They did. And what makes this run so special is how long it took, of course, to get here. And you were just hoping, if you're a fan of these teams in this town that have not won, whether it be the Knicks or the Mets or the Jets, of course, you're just hoping that one of these teams could break through and you could experience what winning is like. There's so many people. If you're a Knick, if you are a Jet, if you are a Met fan and you are under the age of 40, you've been a career loser your whole life. You've never experienced winning. You've never experienced this. And now you have a title. You have a championship that will last again for a lifetime. Think about that. This team has done more for its fans than any Knicks team in my lifetime and in many people out there who are listening their lifetime. They will never be forgotten. When we discuss the 2026 New York Knicks and we talk about the great champion teams in New York sports history, and we reference the 98 Yankees, we reference the special championships like the 07 Giants or what the 96 Yankees did when they came out of nowhere. They're down 2-0 to Atlanta. You go down the line and go through some of the great championship teams that get remembered. The 94 Rangers, of course, who needed a number 11 to help resurrect their franchise, and here are the Knicks with their number 11, who should have a statue that immediately gets started on some construction right away. My God. I can't believe it's 2 in the morning. We're going live for 4 hours. We get to talk about the Knicks winning an NBA title. It is surreal, and the Knicks fan, you deserve all of it. All of it. And we're going to hear from the Knicks fan for the next 4 hours. Ray Santiago's along for the ride. I caught Ray on with Dan Grosso, who did a great job immediately after the Knicks postgame. It is a surreal feeling. One that many probably thought you'd never get to see if you're a real fan of this team. And I think part of what makes this team so special is how likable they are. Starts with their superstar, who is every bit a superstar in every sense of the word. Again, tonight, Karl Anthony Towns had 2 points. OG Anunoby, who put himself in the history of New York sports with a moment that none of us, especially those lucky enough to have been in the building the other night, will ever forget. He's in foul trouble. He's not able to really get a shot flowing in this game, right? OG, 3 of 11. And it's the captain, Jalen Brunson, who goes out there and gives you 45. 45 on the road in a hostile environment, and here are the New York Knicks, led by their captain, world champions. Soak it in, Knicks fans. You waited a long time to hear it. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN is the number. My name is Jake Asman. We are rocking with you for the next 4 hours, taking you till DiPietro and Rothenberg at 6 a.m., a special Sunday show for Dave and Rick, as we are live on the station all throughout the day, celebrating a Knicks title. Get ready, Knicks fans. Parade on Thursday. The streets of New York City are alive, and the New York Knicks are NBA champs. Your call's coming up right here, 880 ESPN New York and the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
53 years in the making.
A playoff run that'll go down in history, and a team that will live forever.
The drought is over. The Knicks have their championship.
Next stop, the Canyon of Heroes. The New York Knicks are NBA champions.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
A
is always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverages, New Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on all about serving. Please drink responsibly.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Finish your high school diploma for you and your family. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Your favorite sports, teams, and exclusive live events are waiting for you on the big screen when you watch on the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the biggest live events and the best championship moments.
This thing just got wild. Love Scott Van Pelt. Get a good look.
Get the ultimate sports fan experience when you stream on the ESPN app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.